so simple.
Yeah. But so we're live. We can start it. I have Denisse here, owner of the Michigan Squeeze Station. The reason why I really want to bring you on is because I'm inspired by the way you run your business and how you got your smoothies, and those could easily be $10 just like every other smoothie shop, and you charge $6, or you're just really fair with your prices, and you're really involved in the community and bringing other businesses and vendors and people just trying to get off their feet and start their own thing. Like, you inspired me a lot with what you use your platform for, and I want to talk about that.
Okay.
So you want to give yourself a quick introduction?
Okay, well, my name is Denisse Lopez, owner of the Michigan Squeeze Station. I have 2 babies, and I'm happy to be here right now.
Yes. Good. Did you coming back from there right now? The Squeeze? You coming back from the Squeeze?
No, I'm going to go to the Squeeze after this.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
We're having the Michigan Squeeze Station after dark. Yeah. So we're just going to turn off all the lights, create an ambiance, turn on candles everywhere, and just chill, listen to music, smoke a little. So,
because I want to talk about all the different events and stuff, but first let's talk about what is the Squeeze Station? What is your mission statement with it?
Well, we're definitely more than smoothies.
Yeah.
But I think, definitely the mission is to be affordable and healthy for the community here in Southwest Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, if we make it expensive, what's the point?
Yeah.
Just definitely, I guess the mission is just to provide healthy options for my hood.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Which we don't get stuff like that. You know what I mean? Very often. Or even if we do, it's really expensive, like tropical smoothie or whatever,
Yeah, and it's funny, because I don't, of course, I'm going to grow financially through a business. And everybody does, right? But sometimes I forget that's also with the business, I'm so worried about getting everybody to eat spinach, or make sure you try this wrap, or make sure if you don't have money, it's okay, don't worry, just take it but try it. I just feel like it's my personal mission, honestly. It's just to feed the hood, help me, my family, my sons, my husband, my mom, everybody around me.
That's awesome. Yeah, and we need more stuff like that, because really you only find that like in the burbs. Even no matter what the price is, you find places that are cool as yours and healthy also, like in the burbs and like hippie areas, kind of.
Yeah, no, and I know people mean well when they come up to me. Hey, you should raise your prices, dude. It's people that love me, but they don't really understand the mission. I get it. I thank you so much. I know you guys mean well, and they come from a good place, but I want them more to understand the mission. Some people get upset when I tell them, no, it's just about money. I'm like, it's flowing. It's going to come. This is my gateway to, something else, something greater than what I've been. Yeah. So I'm not really too stressed out on that. Yeah. More about them eating healthy. I just wanted to be reachable for them.
So what about the infused part? That's obviously a big part of the mission too?
Actually, the infused part was never in the plans. That kind of rolled in the wintertime. Okay. We use, when we create the events at the shop, it's also to generate sales, to sell our product. Yeah. So during the wintertime, because of COVID, we got down to carry it only. Oh, yeah. So we were just thinking okay, how are we going to just survive on just the sales of the smoothies? Yeah. They're pretty low, but we still have bills to pay at the shop. So we teamed up with the Otis and Diane, and they introduced the infusions because they already had their own business creating edibles. Okay. And then, talking to them, they're my neighbors. We each introduced the idea to each other. It was born together. It wasn't just me thinking, let me ask them for infusions, nothing like that. It was just talking. We actually tried it with an elote first. Okay. We infused the elote. We were busy for days with that elote. Everybody's just eating brownies. Or used to just eat brownies, and now you can explore the world of infusions a lot more. Yeah. And so we tried the elote, and it was just banging. And then decided to add it to the smoothies. Yeah. And then it's been working since then.
How does that work? Is there a certain licensing that you gotta have?
Well, right now it's a permit, but we hired a lawyer, and we're looking for a license so that we can grow and sell in the same location. Okay. So that's actually what we're working on right now. Yeah. Because we want to make it super legit, super big. We want to help others achieve that as well, you know, because once you know the process, which you're learning right now with your podcast, you'll be able to help other people, and I mean, why not, right? So right now we're doing it with a permit. We want to get the license. The license is going to come in pretty soon. I'm hoping 2022 will be a great year for the
Are there any other companies that have that license already? Are you going to be one of the first?
Well, there's a couple places that I think might be gaining it in the early 2022. Okay. When we acquired, like, when we applied for the license, it was a little bit later during the summer. So now we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But we're in the process, and we're just so excited. You know, we are working on it. We pray for it every day to the universe, at least I do. And I visualize it. It's another big part of the shop. But, yeah, and eventually, you know, have our own grow house in the same business. That's another big part of the goal.
100%. That'd make it a lot easier.
And like, this is so crazy because I feel like the green rush, as Theodis likes to call it.
That's a great name for it.
Yeah, honestly, and it's going so fast.
Instead of the gold rush, the green rush.
And it's exploding so fast, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it because I've always been an advocate for marijuana ever since I started doing it, which I was like 21. I'm 36 now, so it's been a while. And so, you know, it's funny, every time some of my friends have a problem, I always tell them, like, just smoke weed. It's gonna be okay. Like, you feel sick, smoke some weed. You're tripping, just smoke. Like, it just brings balance and it clears you up, I feel like, at least.
No, I agree 100%. There's different strains. But
And now I have the opportunity. I have this stage almost where I can, you know, people come and ask me. And that's another thing that, you know, I'm looking into, like, becoming more knowledgeable when it comes to the great benefits of marijuana, you know, because people do come and they ask me, like, hey, you know, I don't want to take this medication. I'd rather do an infusion. Do you think it's okay? I just give them my opinion. You know, I can't really tell them, like, this is what you're going to do. But I love that I have this platform to
which is great because, you know, there's like anxiety, depression, pain, like physical pain. There's so many reasons why you could smoke marijuana and not take pills or, you know, all those. I kind of see the same thing with shrooms. Hopefully that, I think they're about to vote on that actually in November.
We actually just had an advocate at the shop the other day. Awesome. She was performing. She was telling us about nature and all the benefits that shrooms have as well. And so, with this platform at the shop with marijuana is another thing. You know, it's about wellness. What I want to introduce, eating healthy. But just the marijuana part to me was kind of like a gift, you know, like a little bonus, like, wow, I can use the shop also to tell people and to break that taboo that it's bad or it's for gangsters or whatever, you know, more people than 100%. You know use it, and they use it for positive things, you know, like the shop is definitely helping us break that stamina or that taboo, you know. Especially with the Latino community, I was a little nervous to introduce it because in the Latino community, it's still so taboo. Like, you can't. But
my Mexican side of the family is definitely always more like, no, you can't do that. That's like the drug, the devil's drug. You know, like,
so I was definitely nervous. You know, I had that on my back. Like, man, they're gonna judge. They're gonna be scared of the place, or they're gonna stop giving me their business. But then I just decided to leave that alone, those thoughts alone. I was like, just thrive with it. Just see where it goes. And, you know, if it doesn't work, just take it out. But everybody's been responding well. Everybody. Like, even the people that I thought were going to stop coming in, they've come in for it, for the infusion and for sleeping, for CBD. Just, it's amazing.
They will put you to sleep. The two highest times I've been in, because usually I just smoke now to smoke and level out kind of. But, like, it's rare when I'm, like, that high that I used to be, like, as a kid. Not as a kid, but, like, when I first started smoking, you know what I mean? And, the few times I've had your smoothies. The first time I ever went to the free body thing, and that was when I really went to your place and had an infused one, I was super high. and then when we did that bud tending thing or whatever, and I didn't even have my own full drinks. I was, like, sampling some or, like, make small ones just because I wasn't sure where it was going to go. And I remember, like, it got slow a little bit, and I just had so much anxiety, but, like, a good kind, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I like getting that anxiety, because then it's like, once you come down, it's like, you know? Like, it's kind of good to shock the system, you know what I mean?
Definitely. We can make them higher or stronger, too. So usually people ask me, and most of the people that get it, they have a pretty good tolerance. And I let them know how strong it is, or, you know, for first timers, I always tell them, just do it at home. That's the smartest way, the safest way is just do it at home. But me, I have to take tolerance breaks when it comes to the sugar because, I drink them so much, the little leftovers here and there. Sometimes I don't feel it anymore. I'm like, dang, I had to stop. But every time I stop and then I go back and drink another smoothie, it's all good.
Are you guys getting into foods too? Like edible, like marijuana infused foods?
Yeah, actually, anything at the shop could be infused. Even like the salad, the walking tacos, the vegan wraps, everything can be infused.
How do you infuse a salad?
Well, we have a dressing.
Oh, wow.
So we just toss it in the dressing.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, people have ordered that. I'm like, man, I love you guys. So yeah, the waffles.
A green salad. Yeah. A tortoise salad.
yeah.
That's so good.
So yeah, pretty much everything can be infused.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Let's see, where did I go? So you said your mom. What's your like your daily schedule? Because I know you come here early, shouldn't work out. Like and then you have probably drop them off at school or something. Like.
Well, yeah. I have. That's why we do the workout so early because most of us are moms, and so we have to get back around 7 in the morning, make lunch, make breakfast, get them ready, and usually just my day goes like that. I'm not at the shop as much anymore just because I have a little more help, but that gives me more time to work on social media.
Yeah.
So, I come home after my workout, I make lunch, breakfast, snacks for the day, and then the boys the little guy goes to school, Carlos goes to the shop, and I just stay home, work on a laptop, spend time with the baby, spend time in my house.
Oh, yeah.
And then, kind of, all my days are kind of like that now.
Yeah,
and now on the weekends, I'm at the shop.
Yeah, that's good.
So.
That's the ultimate business goals, too.
Focus
on the technical stuff and not have to actually...
I love it. I use marijuana for creativity. So at the house, I'll just smoke and... Then I just get behind the laptop and start talking to people and ideas come together and then we just create events. And I just feel like by keeping the shop busy, it keeps the sales going up, So I feel like it's a really big part of my job to stay creative with the shop.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of that, all the different events that you have.
Yeah, those are fun.
So like now, like when I checked this week, what you had, they're all totally different.
Yeah. And it's funny because at the beginning, I used to look for creators. I used to tell them, please, like if you have anything in mind, come and do it.
Yeah.
No charge. Like you guys can just come and let your mind go with events, workshops, whatever. Because ultimately, it's like a win-win for everybody, for them, for the community, and for my business as well.
Yeah.
So now the Michigan Squeeze Station has a little more popularity. So now people are coming to me, hey, can I book this day? Can I do this day? And like the last month, almost everything was created by other people.
Okay.
So it was really easy for me to just like go with them, but still, I have to talk and coordinate and get everything together. But yeah. You
want to highlight an example of some of the different events for the listeners that aren't even from Michigan or like you've never been there? Like also because I think that it's inspirational that you do that, and if more businesses would use their space to do that, we can create so many more entrepreneurs and so many more. You know what I mean? Just highlight so many different people. It's so crazy
how that it works. It's not crazy. I mean, it's common sense, I guess, but you don't see.
But it's not. Like, it should be because we could all just work together and trade together and not have to work for these corporate companies. You know what I mean? But
and just the last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago, we had the Witches Bazaar, and that was by another curator. So she got all of the vendors together. She created the flyer. She talked to everybody. All I had to do was just promote for her and talk to her, keep going back and forth. But we had about 15 vendors, 2 different food vendors, and a dance class going on at the same time.
Yeah.
And for a second I was just present. I stopped and I was looking around like, wow, it's so crazy what this tiny little space could do for so many people. Like there were so many people generating money at that moment. Like, that is so.
There's so many businesses working under one business every day. It seems like because you're having an event. That's what I mean.
So that's incredible. So, I mean, I guess sometimes I'm just too busy to actually take the moment in when we're that busy. I'll do it with Betty. I'll hug Betty like, Betty, it is busy. I love it. And then we'll go and keep being busy. But that day I did take a little moment and I was just like, man, this is just a little space and we're all making money. This is beautiful. This is so great. And I'm so grateful for all the vendors who, I'm going to say in Spanish, I can't think of the word. Oh, who trusted me.
Oh, yeah,
Confiaron en mí.
Yeah.
Because I looked for them at first, like I was like, can you guys, would you like to pop up? Just come, and at first, the first market that we did, it was beyond my expectations. It was beautiful. So many people showed up. We generated money. All the vendors sold out. Like the food vendors. Wow, I just couldn't believe it. And then it took me a while after I opened the shop to actually get into the markets. I was like, man, I should have been doing this since the beginning. But then after that, just we have this community of vendors, and now they're expanding, and some of them are creating their own markets as well, and those markets are doing great, and we all kind of mix up now, you know, like I pop up at their events too, so it's nice.
Everybody missed you at Free Body for sure.
Oh yeah,
because like everybody was expecting to get
I know. We missed them
smoothies
too.
and stuff.
Well, you know, with Diane and Theotis not being around, like they're a big part of why the shop is running so well now, you know, because if they're not there, I'm there, and if you know, or Carlos is there, but without the whole team, we can't really move
it's
too
all
much,
over the
you know.
place.
But we miss them, and you know, we just talked to them. They're gonna be back in the warmer days, and I can't wait.
Oh, they went out of town or something?
Well, no, they got a bigger space for the winter time, because you know, inside the shop is so tiny, you can't really host as many people. And so they're gonna be back in the warmer days, but we're gonna miss them, you know. Like they've also become part of the family, like with all of them. I know Diane and Theotis got really close to them. They're really there Monday nights, but they got really close to them. They became friends, and you know, so everybody's also a big part of the Michigan Squeeze Station, for me at least. Like, you know, we appreciate what they've done for us. That was the start
of me seeing the vendors pop up like that, and you know, seeing that was the first event of yours I ever went to. Okay. So, because I was just coming in after the workout and grabbing a smoothie. But you know, and that's another thing too, is did you expect there to be a nightlife in this scene? Because now you basically have like a healthy nightlife scene that you can get high at.
Betty always tells me, she's like, I feel like you created this for yourself. You're always here having fun. I'm like, well, I think that's a goal for everyone that creates their own business. You know, just have fun all the time. But no, nightlife wasn't in the plans because I didn't have the help at the beginning. And when I first opened the shop, it was just Carlos and I. And so the shop had to be closed at 3. I had no help with the boys. I could only work in the mornings. And then when Dee and Theotis came in, that's when it was like, boom, all right, let's open night times too. Let's open the whole day. Let's do it. I'm like, all right, now I have help. Why not, you know? And so eventually I feel like that's what the shop is growing to. You know, morning fitness, morning lunches, whatnot, and then at nighttime, a DJ or game night or movie night, the open mic, whatever it is that you can come and just, you know, have fun.
Almost anytime we've had something at night, it's like a great date scene. You know, like it's like honestly, like if you want a cool chill date, but you don't want to go to the bar and be around a bunch of drunk people or have to wait in the line at the the club or whatever. You know, it's like still a fun time. I'm excited for the new place. I don't know. Are you gonna come to MCSDA, the new place?
For sure.
So excited for that. Are you gonna keep this one? Great. That's awesome.
So it's coming faster than expected. Everything is like last year when we started. I mean, I always knew it was gonna work because we needed this healthy options, but I just didn't know how fast it was gonna.
You guys literally like. You know, girl, like you guys are brilliant, honestly. So,
but it's thanks to everybody. Like, you know, like it's a whole cycle. Like, you know, I'm so grateful for everyone that believes in my mission, who believes in what I want to, you know, give to the community and support it. You know, people who keep coming back, people who bought so many juices and smoothies during the winter time. Even if they didn't want to, you know, just to help us stay open. So it's like, if it's not because of the people who support us, then we can't do what we're doing for the community, you know? So it's a whole cycle. But
you guys sell coffee and stuff like that too now, right? So
we've always sold the coffee. I just now have more time to promote it.
You know, like, you try anything else, like, you know, they got like mochas or whatever.
Well, right now we just eventually, you know, like I've always really liked all kinds of coffees. But that's like adding another role. So I just gotta take it easy, but eventually I do want to add more coffee to the scene. So right now we just have like French presses with cinnamon. I want to introduce Café de Olla, which is really popular Mexican coffee. And we have the hot teas, hot chocolates, the chocolate abuelitas too. So you know,
can see it now. Michigan Squeeze Station and cafe.
Right.
Get it.
Yeah, I like it. That and also perfect. Like we're introducing more food too, you know.
I noticed that. That's awesome. And the meals, that's another thing that you made really fair and cheap, you know, really affordable for like after school meals and stuff like that, you know. That's not.
If I could, honestly, if I could do it free, I would do it for free. You know, like, I know there's a lot of people that struggle out there, or not even because they're struggling, but just so they can know that there's a healthy option next to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, just come through. Like, come, those $10 that you're gonna spend on the Happy Meal, come over here. Not because I want the $10, but because I want the babies to have something healthy. You know, and that's another thing. Like, the hood, it's not very knowledgeable when it comes to what's good.
What's good, healthy, what's natural.
A lot of people think that milk is healthy, and then you gotta give it to your baby so they can grow strong. But milk is bad. You know, like, it's not healthy. It's just the brainwash.
I don't drink milk. I had dairy today, and I almost immediately regretted it. Just like sour cream on my tamales. I was like, damn, I haven't had dairy other than cheese on a pizza in a long time. So,
you know, and then there's a balance too. Like, I'm not saying I'll eat McDonald's here and there. When I eat it, though, I do feel sad. Like, not because
lazy
I feel guilty, but
and
I just feel lethargic, I guess.
Yeah, like, no, it gives you like a really lazy high where you just want to relax and
go to sleep.
There's a lot of foods that are like that, you know. Even chips. Like, chips would do that to you. There's like no value in chips whatsoever.
So many. But there are healthy options for chips, but people don't. Or if they think it's nasty.
Or healthier snacks like popcorn or like
pretzels. You know, the veggie straws now. Those are so good. I love those. Or even, you know, like, you can make your own chips. They'll be a little bit healthier too, or bake them. Like, there's so many different options, but people are not aware. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's part of my mission. Like, I want to be the competition to McDonald's. That's why I want to keep it cheap too, because I'm like, all right, if cheap food or bad food is cheap, good food should also be cheap. You know,
because good food at a McDonald's is expensive. Like, a salad is the most expensive thing you can buy at a McDonald's.
Exactly, and
so
you're like, okay, I'm trying to be healthy.
It grows out of the ground. You did the least work with.
Exactly, then that's the thing. Like, they don't want you to eat healthy. Like, let's make it expensive. So that's why, you know, like, people don't understand it. My friends especially, like, girl, you better charge more. Like, what do you guys think? And like I said, I've gotten into arguments with other people, but you don't get it. So
and you can't you can't project on them or demand them to be healthy. Or also, when you speak on healthy, some people just immediately assume that's gonna be gross. Like, even when you talk about like vegan food and vegetarian food, some people are like, oh, it's gross. But, like, I've had some incredible vegan food. Not vegan, but
I love
but it's delicious. Like, some of it's so delicious.
I love them. Like, any way you can cook them, saute, baked. Veggies are good. You just gotta find like different ways to play with them or whatnot, you know. But
100%.
And so I see like the mission being like completed when people come in and they're like, spinach in my smoothie, and they're scared. Okay, I'll try it. You know, all right, try it, and they're honest. They're brutally honest sometimes. Like, I don't know if I like it.
It's not for me.
Yeah. And I tell them all the time, like, it's okay. Like, you know, it flatters me, and I'm so happy that I was your first person that gave you something healthy. But they come back, and then they start a little Belial here and there. Like, I'll sneak in some spinach in their walking taco, you know, like, don't give them lettuce, give them spinach, you know, so little things like that, but it feels good. I feel like, dang, mission accomplished.
I want to use my platform to really stress mental health, well, like physical health and, you know, just eating well and all that, but also mental health. And I think that eating food like that is a huge part of it. Like you said, smoking, and I think shrooms is a huge part of that. But do you have anything you want to share on that? Because I think I'm going to start asking every guest that from now on, either about that or maybe even talking about suicide awareness and stuff like that. Or just, you know, how. Especially even when you're a business person, people think that, like, oh, I wish I could just own a business and things would be so much easier than my 9-to-5 job. But oftentimes running the business is way harder. But if you're passionate about it, then it's easier in a way. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so how do you balance yourself other than just smoking? Like, how do you balance the business, the family, you working out and your friendships and all that?
Well, weed.
Yeah.
Everything. Weed is amazing, but I just take breaks. I have to recharge because last summer I learned that the hard way. I went hardcore the whole summer, and then when summer was over and we started slowing down at the shop, I felt like I probably fell into a little depression. I was just feeling really burnt out. I had no creativity. I was irritable. I just wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
And I felt, honestly, it's because I didn't take a break, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not because I didn't want to take a break. It's just because, you know, I wanted my business to thrive. I'm like, I'm the only one right now. I have to. It's okay. It's okay. Winter's coming. I'll take my break in winter. Yeah. But now, like, I'll go hardcore and then recharge. Like, I'll go 2 days maybe without not even looking at my phone. Like, because I talk to so many people through the shop, you know, through Instagram, Messenger, text messages. It's crazy how many people I talk to now. So when I do those recharges, I'll check my social media, but I won't check the business social media. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to give my energy. And it's not that I'm trying to be mean or like ignore anyone. Yeah. It's just I don't have that energy to give them. Like, I just feel really drained. Yeah, 100%. So,
and you gotta have your boundaries.
Yeah,
you know, for sure.
Yeah. And like from the boys, because you know every parent needs a little break or you need to recharge. Marijuana again is a big help, but also the workouts. Yeah. So like when I get here at 5 in the morning, that time to me it's my time. Yeah. The business doesn't matter. The boys, it's nothing. The boys matter.
I was like,
husband, nothing. It's just, what I mean is like the time increases and it's only my time. Yeah, you know, especially because everyone's sleeping. So I know they're okay. Yeah. The business is not open. It's just me. So during that moment, it helps me so much.
Yeah, those are my favorite moments.
Yeah. And I also use the working out as a platform to manifest and to pray. You know, so when the girls are here, I always tell them like, okay, this next workout is gonna get really intense, but don't focus on the workout being done. Just focus on something you want for the day, or manifest a vacation. Or sometimes we go on trips together. Like, okay, well, we're doing burpees. Let's go to the beach. What do you guys bring? I'm bringing this. I'm bringing that. So we'll just talk through it, and it helps. So definitely working out and taking time off. You have to take time off. You gotta recharge because you do get burned out. That's a real thing. And like I said, I learned the hard way, but now that's what I do. Yeah. And then marijuana is there all the time. I keep bringing it up. But
no, hey, I'm definitely.
I mean, to every parent, I tell them too when they're being impatient, like, "Do you gotta smoke?" And some parents will tell me, "No, I can't do that to my kids." I'm like, "Do it for your kids."
Do it for your kids.
You'll have such a different patience, and you'll be at their level. Yeah. You know, or you'll be at their level, honestly, because you get high and you're up there and you understand them and you have a little more patience and you don't get so angry or frustrated. So. Yeah, marijuana. Yeah,
right when I smoke, if I was like already irritated or like stressed out or impatient, as soon as I smoke, I'm like, oh man, I was kind of like maybe a dick, or kind of just like I really didn't have to be that way. I didn't have to, you know, like weed always puts you back into reality. It's so weird.
I feel like it opens up that third eye. Yeah. You know, like if it exists, or maybe it's just a saying, but
no, it definitely exists.
You know, like I'll be tripping too. Yeah. And then I'll smoke. I'm like, man, why was I tripping? There's a solution. Yeah. I was just not focusing on the solution, or it wasn't that serious. Yeah. Or like if I have to be at home with my babies all day, I'll make sure I'm high because I want to be patient with them. I never want to yell at them unless it comes down to it. But the marijuana helps me a lot. Yeah. I'll still function well without it, but if I have it and it's available, I'm gonna do it.
You'll just be calm and off edge.
Yeah, my mom and my auntie try to have a little breakthrough with me, or like what's it called?
Like an intervention to tell you to stop smoking.
Yes, this was like a couple months ago, and they're telling me like, you work out and you have the shop and you have the boys, you should be smoking, blah blah. And I tell them
how I balance it.
I was like, everything you guys just mentioned, I do it high. Like, I get it. If I wasn't doing anything with my life, I was sleeping in my mom's couch, but I'm being productive. That's...
Yeah, I almost don't do anything sober, except for some podcasts now, because I learned my lesson.
You'll get there. You'll be able to master it. No worries. You'll get there.
So I guess my last question, I don't want to keep you here all day, but what do you have to say for young entrepreneurs or anybody that wants to start their own restaurant or coffee shop or whatever it may be, something that similar to yours and your experience?
There's perception of things is you could choose to do things the hard way, or you could choose to do things an easy way. It's always choice, right? For some reason we're wired to go to the hard way, because we think that hard work tastes good, but no, what tastes better is things flowing into you, like, you know, no hard work. So starting a business is a whole ride, but you gotta choose to enjoy the whole ride. You gotta choose it, even on the bad days, even when they're telling you no. You just gotta choose to be happy about it. Oh, you're telling me no? Okay, now I know what I need to do right. Yeah. So let me go fix it. And so, you know, just choose to enjoy the ride. Yeah. If you don't enjoy the ride, it's not for you.
It's not. Yeah, it's probably not. You're probably not that passionate about it.
Right, and you know, it's gonna get stressful. You know, money, permits, blueprints. It's gonna get stressful. It's okay to stress out, but that's what marijuana is there. You smoke,
right back.
You'll smoke, and they're like, all right, I got this. Let me just go to the office. That's what I told Carlos when we started the business. You know, we had to go downtown and apply for things, and I told him, we always have to have fun. If we're gonna go downtown, let's make it a trip. Right after the office, even if we get a negative on something or they don't pass us, we go out and we have a drink or we explore downtown. Like we have to have fun during the process. And I told Diane, Theodis, and Carlos, I never lose the fun for my business, because I feel like if I do, then that's it. Then I have to go somewhere else, because you know, it's just work is 100% of your time almost, you know, so it should always be fun. And, I mean, stress is inevitable, but it should always be fun.
Try.
So and so if they tell you no somewhere, it's okay. Just know that there's a yes somewhere else. Just look for somewhere. Absolutely. And people will always, like, when you put it out there, people will always come and want to help you. Take their help, unless you feel a bad vibe. Then always listen to your gut. But exactly. You're never wrong. But just flow and choose to have fun.
Perfect. Thank you. Do you want to shout out your Instagram or anything like that, so people can plug in?
It's at _Michigan Squeeze Station. Okay. And cool. Thank you for having me. This was really fun.
Right, it's fun, huh? We'll have to do an at your shop one time. That'd be cool.
I'd love to. I'd love to host you over there.
That'd be dope. We'd be able to smoke and do all that. Here we can't smoke. But.
I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, it'd be so nice if we could smoke while we're doing the podcast.
But definitely go over there and like in the morning, so it's not too busy or something, and we'll talk. And that'd be great. And maybe interview some of your customers. Like, hey, what does this place bring value to you, or how's it bring value to your community? Stuff like that. But thank you so much for coming on. Being my first guest is very awesome. And I'm happy to highlight a local business. And that's another too, is I want to branch out for social media wise and have Ignorant Restaurant Edition and Food Edition. And then so I'm just gonna be doing like IGTV, going to different places like yours and highlighting it. You know. That's
a great idea. And that's gonna help the businesses so much.
And that's my goal. So help local Mexican, Black-owned businesses, anything like that, any minority-owned businesses, really highlight it. You know. So
please do it.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.